few people realize just how much a single touch can influence emotions. In the briefest moment of physical contact, before words are spoken or personality traits are analyzed, the human nervous system is already at work, quietly reading signals of presence, confidence, and stability. This subtle communication happens faster than conscious thought, shaping impressions in ways that are often invisible from the outside. Most interactions involving touch are treated casually: a quick handshake, a polite hug, or a brief greeting. Yet the nervous system interprets these gestures with remarkable sensitivity. Even minor variations in location, pressure, timing, and release can make the difference between a forgettable moment and one that lingers in memory. Touch is one of humanity's oldest forms of communication. Long before language developed, physical contact conveyed trust, safety, and intention. Today, those ancient neural pathways still operate, quietly influencing how people perceive others. A moment of calm, grounded presence communicates more than words ever could. In the following sections, we will explore the four subtle details that transform ordinary physical contact into emotionally meaningful experiences. Understanding these details allows you to create moments of connection that feel natural, authentic, and unforgettable. Physical touch is one of the most powerful yet underestimated tools in human interaction. Most people treat it as a social formality, a handshake, a brief hug, or a casual pat on the back, without realizing the emotional impact it carries. The nervous system doesn't register these gestures as mere politeness. Instead, it interprets subtle signals of stability, confidence, and emotional presence long before the conscious mind analyzes words or personality. From an evolutionary perspective, touch has always been a primary form of communication. Early humans relied on physical contact to convey safety, trust, and intention. Even today, those ancient neural pathways remain active. When touch is delivered with calm confidence, it communicates that someone is grounded, emotionally present, and approachable. Conversely, hesitant or awkward touch signals uncertainty, instantly shaping how someone perceives your presence. What makes touch especially significant in attraction is its ability to bypass conscious filters. Words can be analyzed, interpreted, and debated, but physical signals are processed almost instantly and automatically. A simple hug, a reassuring hand on the shoulder, or even a gentle touch on the arm can quietly influence how someone feels about you, long before they recognize why. The key is authenticity. Nervous or forced gestures are easily detected by the nervous system and can have the opposite effect, creating tension instead of comfort. Real attraction grows when touch aligns naturally with your emotional state, when your presence is calm, grounded, and confident. In the next section, we'll explore the psychology behind this connection, showing how subtle cues like location, pressure, timing, and release can transform ordinary contact into moments of lasting emotional impact. Physical touch communicates far more than words ever could. Long before humans developed language, the body relied on touch to signal trust, safety, and intention. Those ancient neural pathways are still active today, quietly shaping how we perceive others during brief moments of contact. Every gesture, where hands rest, how pressure is applied, how long contact lasts, carries information that the nervous system interprets automatically. When a hug feels natural and grounded, the nervous system registers stability and calm. When it feels rushed or uncertain, the body responds with subtle signals of hesitation or discomfort. These responses happen unconsciously, yet they profoundly influence emotional connection. A seemingly ordinary gesture can become memorable if it communicates presence, confidence, and reassurance. This is why ordinary greetings or social touches are often forgotten, while a single well-timed moment of contact can linger in memory. The brain stores emotional experiences rather than exact words, meaning that how someone feels during interaction often outweighs what is said. Small, intentional physical cues can create emotional impressions that last long after the contact ends. In the following sections, we will break down the 4 subtle details that can transform simple physical interactions into emotionally meaningful experiences: location, pressure, timing, and release. Understanding and applying these principles allows you to communicate authenticity, calmness, and emotional presence, turning ordinary moments into memorable connections. One of the most overlooked aspects of physical contact is where your hands rest. The placement of touch communicates subtle signals of presence and stability, often more than words ever could. Most people instinctively hug from the shoulders or upper back, which can feel distant, mechanical, or purely social. While polite, these positions rarely create a sense of emotional resonance. The middle or lower back, however, communicates something entirely different. When your hands naturally rest in this area during a hug, the nervous system interprets it as grounded and steady, not controlling or intense, simply confident and present. This region of the body is closely linked to posture, balance, and core stability. Calm contact here signals comfort with your own body, which naturally encourages the other person to mirror that ease. This subtle cue transforms a routine hug into a shared moment of emotional presence. It allows the interaction to feel safe, balanced, and meaningful rather than rushed or purely social. The nervous system responds automatically, creating a sense of trust and comfort. The key is naturalness. Touch should feel effortless, aligned with your own posture and body language. When placement is authentic, it communicates emotional steadiness and stability. Over time, repeated moments of grounded touch create a lasting subconscious impression. In the next section, we will explore pressure, how the strength and steadiness of your touch can deepen emotional comfort and influence attraction.
Pressure is a subtle but powerful element of physical contact. The way you apply it communicates confidence, stability, and emotional presence, even before a word is spoken. Too light a touch signals hesitation or uncertainty, immediately creating tension in the nervous system. Conversely, too firm or forceful a touch can feel controlling or uncomfortable. The key is balance, a calm, steady pressure that communicates support without restriction. Psychologists sometimes refer to this as containment, a brief sense of being supported rather than constrained. When applied naturally, balanced pressure allows the body to relax, lowering emotional defenses and creating a sense of safety. This is one of the strongest foundations for attraction. People naturally gravitate toward those who make them feel comfortable and secure in their presence. The nervous system is highly sensitive to these cues. Even subtle variations in firmness, steadiness, or ease of touch are unconsciously registered. When a touch conveys calm confidence, it fosters trust and emotional openness. When it conveys uncertainty, it can create subtle tension, even if the moment appears casual on the surface. Ultimately, pressure is most effective when it aligns with authentic presence. Nervous or forced gestures are immediately noticeable, while natural, steady touch communicates calm and grounded energy effortlessly. Over time, this subtle form of communication builds emotional resonance, turning ordinary physical contact into moments that linger in memory. In the next section, we will explore timing, how the duration of contact shapes emotional comfort and deepens connection. Timing is one of the most overlooked aspects of physical connection. Most hugs or brief touches last only a second or two, beginning quickly and ending just as fast. In these rushed moments, the nervous system never has a chance to fully register comfort or presence. As a result, the interaction often feels superficial or forgettable. Extending contact by just a few extra seconds can transform a simple gesture into an emotionally meaningful experience. When a hug or touch is calm, unhurried, and deliberate, the body begins to relax. Muscles soften, breathing slows, and the nervous system shifts from alertness toward calmness. These extra moments create a brief pause where the outside world fades, allowing both people to feel genuinely present with each other. Stillness communicates confidence. Many people withdraw too early, fearing awkwardness, but this premature separation often prevents the nervous system from experiencing the full effect of the contact. Conversely, lingering for a few extra seconds communicates steadiness, patience, and emotional presence, all without a single word. Timing also shapes memory. The brain encodes emotional experiences more strongly when the moment feels intentional rather than rushed. A calm, unhurried touch signals that you are present, attentive, and grounded, creating a sense of comfort and emotional safety.
How a touch ends can be just as important as how it begins. Abruptly pulling away can break the emotional rhythm of the moment, leaving the nervous system unsettled. On the other hand, a gradual, natural release allows the body to process the experience smoothly, creating what neuroscientists call a sensory echo, a faint after effect of calm and presence that lingers in memory. A slow, thoughtful release signals emotional steadiness and attentiveness. For example, as two people step apart from a hug, a brief lingering contact on the shoulder or upper arm allows the sensation to fade naturally rather than disappear instantly. This small detail enhances the perception of calm and reliability, making the interaction feel intentional and memorable. The nervous system encodes these subtle cues automatically. Even if someone does not consciously analyze the gesture, their body remembers the emotional quality of the contact. Moments that end with a smooth, gentle release often leave a lasting impression, standing out amid the rush of everyday interactions. Authenticity is essential. Overthinking the release or forcing it can create tension, which the nervous system detects immediately. The most effective moments arise when the touch begins and ends naturally, aligned with your own comfort and emotional presence. By paying attention to the release, you transform a simple physical interaction into a brief emotional exchange, one that communicates calm, trust, and genuine presence, and leaves a subtle but enduring impression long after the contact ends. Touch is more than a gesture, it is a powerful way to create emotional comfort. When physical contact is delivered with calmness and authenticity, it signals safety to the nervous system, lowering defenses and allowing openness. This subtle sense of ease encourages genuine connection without the need for words or overt effort. Several factors contribute to this comfort. Breathing is one of the most important. When your breath remains slow and steady during contact, it signals relaxation and presence, which often influences the other person unconsciously. Posture also plays a crucial role. A relaxed, upright stance communicates confidence and stability, while fidgeting or shifting weight creates subtle tension that the nervous system registers immediately. Even micro movements like the steadiness of your hands or the gentle alignment of your body with the other person influence emotional resonance. Together, these cues allow the interaction to feel effortless and reassuring. When your nervous system is calm, the other person's body often mirrors that calmness naturally, creating an unspoken rhythm of comfort and trust. Repeated experiences of calm, grounded presence build lasting emotional impressions. Over time, ordinary moments, brief touches, steady hugs, or gentle gestures accumulate into a pattern that the brain associates with safety, reliability, and emotional warmth. These small experiences quietly shape how people remember you and how they respond to your presence, making physical touch a subtle yet profound tool for attraction and connection. Even well-intentioned gestures can backfire if executed without awareness. Many men unintentionally undermine the emotional impact of touch by making subtle but common mistakes. One frequent error is rushing the interaction. Pulling away too quickly prevents the nervous system from registering comfort and presence, leaving the moment feeling incomplete. Another mistake is weak or hesitant touch, which signals uncertainty or discomfort. Conversely, too strong or forceful contact can create tension, making the other person feel constrained rather than supported. Both extremes reduce emotional openness and weaken connection. Poor posture or unstable positioning is another overlooked factor. Leaning forward awkwardly, shifting weight constantly, or tensing muscles signals nervousness, which the nervous system perceives instantly. Even if words are calm and friendly, body language can convey doubt or insecurity. Finally, some men overthink touch and try to create a reaction artificially. Nervous or forced gestures are immediately detected and often have the opposite effect, creating subtle tension instead of comfort. The solution is awareness and authenticity. Pay attention to posture, breath, and natural steadiness. Let gestures feel effortless, aligned with your own comfort. When touch is grounded, balanced, and intentional, it communicates calmness and confidence, creating the emotional foundation that fosters attraction and genuine connection. Authenticity is the cornerstone of meaningful human connection. Physical touch is most effective when it reflects your genuine emotional state rather than a rehearsed technique. When you feel comfortable in your own body, your movements naturally become calm, steady, and confident. This presence communicates more than words ever could, creating an atmosphere of ease and trust. People are drawn to those who make interactions feel effortless. Nervous or forced gestures are immediately detected by the nervous system, signaling tension rather than security. In contrast, authentic presence conveys emotional stability, patience, and attentiveness. Your timing, posture, and touch align intuitively with your emotional state, allowing others to feel safe and relaxed around you. This authenticity extends beyond physical touch. Conversations, eye contact, and subtle gestures all become more impactful when grounded in genuine presence. Emotional resonance grows naturally when your actions and intentions are aligned. A calm, unhurried, and confident demeanor encourages others to mirror that state, fostering a sense of connection that feels natural rather than manufactured. Over time, repeated experiences of authentic presence build lasting impressions. People begin to associate your presence with comfort, reliability, and warmth, forming the foundation for deeper attraction. By prioritizing authenticity over performance, you allow emotional connection to unfold organically, transforming ordinary interactions into moments of meaningful resonance. Human memory is deeply influenced by emotion. The brain rarely retains words or exact actions in isolation. Instead, it encodes emotional states. This means that how someone feels during an interaction often matters far more than what is said or done. A brief moment of calm, steady touch can create a lasting emotional imprint, even if the person does not consciously analyze the gesture. Repeated experiences of grounded presence accumulate into a pattern that the brain recognizes. When someone consistently feels safe, relaxed, and understood around you, their nervous system begins to associate those emotions with your presence. This is how subtle, nonverbal cues, location of touch, balanced pressure, intentional timing, and graceful release gradually shape attraction. Contrast also plays a role. In today's fast-paced social environment, interactions are often rushed and superficial. A moment that is slow, calm, and attentive immediately stands out. The nervous system notices the difference and records it as emotionally significant. Even minor variations in breath, posture, or touch contribute to this effect. Emotional memory also explains why some interactions linger long after they occur. The brain replays the sensations, reinforcing impressions of comfort, stability, and calm. Over time, these accumulated experiences influence behavior, curiosity, and attraction, forming a foundation for deeper emotional connection. Understanding how emotional memory works allows you to approach physical interactions intentionally, creating moments that are naturally memorable, emotionally resonant, and subtly influential.